All right, we're live. Welcome everybody to a spontaneous episode of Urban Coffee Unscripted. I'm Dave.
And I am Seth, and this has been a long-awaited "Wish I Could Hug You" episode coming.
Have we seen each other since the last show?
No, no, I don't think so.
We haven't.
Nothing doing. No.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so we decided that we wanted to just get together and talk on Google Hangouts, and we figured why not just do this unscripted and do it live on the interwebs. Might as well, right?
Why not? Technology says we should.
Yeah. So we're.
I mean, we're all gonna be plugged in about 10 or so years anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I don't even know where to start. When was our last show?
Oh, if my memory serves me correct, which it doesn't, I'm gonna say at least 5 months.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, but I'm not quick enough. And see, folks, about the thing about Dave and I is he's the internet guy, and I am the old school. I don't even like to carry a cell phone guy. So that's how that works.
You carry one.
No, I don't. No, it's broken. Here's the proof. See, I can get messages, but when I slide the screen, it doesn't work. So since it's broken, I just leave it here. You know, I always break my cell phones. It's like a every 7-month thing.
Hmm.
It's a kind of habitual thing.
I guess the new one coming out will be good for you because it's supposed to be made out of sapphire or something. It's like unbreakable.
We've resorted to making cell phones out of minerals, space minerals.
Space. Speaking of which,
so there's been a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
A lot of space
you go
stuff.
right ahead. There's a lot of space stuff going on. You know, I'm excited about space stuff always.
All right.
But
so
specifically,
yeah,
you were about to say. I can just guess.
Tonight I went to try and photograph the supermoon and failed miserably because there's way too many mosquitoes out there.
I don't think you had the dedication.
Yeah, I found a good spot and I was eaten alive.
You know, my grandmother actually last week I went over to her house to just hang out and have dinner and whatnot, and we went outside and she grabbed a couple of dryer sheets before we walked outside. I was like, Grandma, what are you doing? And we walk outside and she says, well, just put this in your pocket and the mosquitoes won't bug you at all. I'd never heard of this.
Did it work?
Have you heard of this? It worked. I rubbed it all over my legs and my arms. But I didn't rub it on my feet, and that's where I got tagged. But what are you gonna do?
I don't even know if I got anything good. Let me see. Hold on.
Are you pulling your pants down? What's going on? All right. What do you? Oh, you're looking at the. I'm sorry. Thought you were talking about mosquito bites for a second.
No.
Like let me see if I got any good ones. Let me just. No. No, not the case.
Oh, did I put the battery back on the charger?
Well, could you see it at all, though?
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
I mean, was it super?
It was super. There we go. Show you what I got. Just zoom into them. I was just getting eaten alive, and I was trying to mess with my camera settings, and I couldn't even concentrate on my camera settings because it was just so bad. Like I would run around in a circle so they'd stop following me and then take a picture. And even when I hit the shutter button, they were just like on my fingers, like biting me because I found this field. So, there you go.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where did you actually go to shoot that? That's a big bright circle, man.
It's a field over by my house. I'm trying to get the camera to adjust so you can. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
That's the moon. So I got some good ones with like the clouds in front of it, but I was trying to adjust ISO and all this stuff. while being bitten up by
Yeah.
mosquitoes, and it just was not happening. I was a little miffed. And not to mention, like, I rented my camera out, so all the settings were like reset, and I didn't want to fiddle with it. Um,
Uh-huh.
but I got some good ones with like clouds in front of it. Let's see,
Ooh, so you got some nice artistic ones.
yeah. Well, I was afraid at first
Nice.
that there was going to be like clouds in front of it the whole time because it seems to me every time I finally make a point to go out and photograph an eclipse or the moon or something, that something happens and it like rains or clouds get in front of it, and it's summertime in Texas in August. You figure there'd be no clouds, but of course we had some random rain. So
Oh, did you guys get rain today? I don't know. We didn't.
yeah, we got like a thunderstorm that passed through here. It was nuts.
Really? God,
Yeah,
man, I was baking all day. I was in town, and I'm only like 20 miles away from you, right? Maybe?
yeah. I mean, it's
I don't
still
know.
still baking, but
Yeah, no, it was. I am now frequently, of course, it's summertime, so I frequently play music for the masses,
hmm
and I baked today and yesterday. It was 102.
good lord.
Seemed like I might have lost a pound or two just from good old-fashioned sweat,
Yeah.
but
Hey, speaking of which,
it felt great.
I've been
Hmm.
running, so that's fun.
So that's fun,
So that's fun.
and
Um,
you do look a lot more healthy. You look a lot more thin
I'm working on
in the
it.
beard region. You
I'm
look
working on it.
great.
Thanks. I'm working on it. No, I'm doing the Couch to 5K app.
Now, what is that?
Couch to 5K?
Oh, well, it's pretty self-explanatory then, isn't it?
Yeah, so you just do a little bit every day, and the thing tells you while you're listening to your music, like when to run and when to walk. And every day it changes it up a little bit, and you do like 3 days a week, and I'm on week 7 right
Cool.
now. And then by the
Really?
time you get to like later on, like I am this week, you're doing 25 minutes without stopping of running. So
Reminds me of Forrest Gump. Well, so like I'm actually curious about the music aspect of it. Do you like put in a certain like tune and a beat per minute kind of
you
associates with
you listen
walking
to
or
anything
running?
you want. You listen like I just put on Spotify. So I
Oh,
have a playlist that I've created that goes to the amount of time that I'm running.
okay.
Yeah, you
You
want to
know, I
know?
just
Go ahead.
I was just thinking. I don't know if it was a you know yeah, things are so intelligent these days, and humans are getting so used to being conveniently thought. Uh, things do their thinking for them. That I didn't know if a Slipknot song came on and it was all, and then your little app tells you now it's time to walk.
Well, basically, the thing is, like, I wanted to be like really, really specific about it and time it all out at the beginning. So I had music that played for hardcore running and just walking and so on. And then I could never quite get it down right. Like it would almost be right. Um, so I threw this playlist together, and I thought it would be just for the one time. And ooh, I see mosquito bites on my head already. Jeez. Um, I came up with this like random list here, and it was
Shiny
just
penny.
it was yeah, it was supposed to be like a temporary thing. But I'll tell you what I got here. I got Dick Eye
Wait,
by Jerry Cantrell.
what?
Well, you know what song that is, right?
I'm sorry. What was the name of it one more time?
Dick Eye by Jerry Cantrell. Come on,
My
Jerry Cantrell.
headphones. My head. I mean, that's the lead singer from Alice in Chains, but I couldn't hear the name of the song. My headphones must be messing up.
Dick Eye. You have a dick
Okay.
filter in your headphones. Is that why you couldn't hear?
No, I thought I thought you said Nikolai. Who'd have
No,
thought?
no Dick Eye.
Okay. And
And,
what else? Can
okay.
I have a guess,
Okay.
actually.
All right. You've
Got
probably
any
been looking
main?
at my you've been looking at my Spotify.
I'm not that interested in your running playlist.
No, I don't have Medion, but it's very close, very close. Okay, the second one is Run 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 by Phoenix.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay,
good. That's a good one.
it's good and it's kind of slow paced and it comes on about the time you start getting your run going. At the 5 minute mark, right?
Yeah.
Then I've got Rock Is Dead by Marilyn Manson.
Okay, that's a yeah. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's when you're feeling a little more like you want to
Yep,
kick some puppies.
yep. And then I got Du Hast by Rammstein.
Peeing on babies. Okay.
All right.
you're
Then
you're up to a good pace now.
yeah.
You're up there.
Um, okay. Do you know who Feed Me is?
Is that Courtney Love's new band?
No, no, no. It's not. I wouldn't call it dubstep. It's not dubstep. It's like hard techno, but it's called. You would really like this song because it's called Death by
Okay.
Robot,
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
and
everybody knows that's my biggest fear.
I'm gonna send it to you. The song is about um, like deadly alien robots that are coming to take over the planet. And it's like this robot singing that they're going to come get us and we're going to defend the planet. I think you would really
I
like
love
it.
it.
I love
I
Feed Me. I
probably
love
would.
all of those songs. All right, now this brings it down a
I
level,
probably
and
would.
this is just one that I added like just recently. Other than this,
Okay.
it stayed the same, but I'm running more now, and so I need like a couple more minutes on the playlist. So I
Yeah.
added "Ride Like the Wind" by Christopher Cross.
Don't know if I know that one.
Okay.
Would I know it if I heard it?
Maybe I don't know. Okay, then it goes to "Break the Same" by Mute Math
Okay. Yeah.
because
Oh, that's off the first one, isn't it?
that's the general adrenaline rush. That's off the first album. Okay, then "Intro" by the XX,
Okay.
and that's about cool down time. And then I play "School" by Calvin Harris from the 18 Months album.
Okay.
It's an instrumental. It's really like retro, and it's like my cool down, walking back to the house kind of like triumph song.
I love it. I
So
just want to hear the last one now.
we're in Music Cafe now. You just want to hear the
Yeah.
last
No,
one? Okay.
yeah. I guess so.
I can play it through.
No, I mean I want to hear the triumph. I wonder just honestly the first 15 seconds would probably do me right.
No, you got to hear the. Hold on.
The rise.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Here it comes. Can you hear it?
Yeah, that's super triumphy.
Yeah, I like Calvin Harris. It's pretty
That is
good.
cool. That's neat.
Yeah,
You should
so
send me a Spotify link to that guy's stuff.
yeah, for sure. He's done stuff with Rihanna, I think, and a couple other people. I mean, not like beating or like everybody else does, but I mean music.
Well, that's good. I love how you just can't let it go.
What?
Rihanna.
Oh,
She's always got to be getting beat up by somebody. Hey, did you see that new flick with Rihanna and Jaden Smith? Hope she doesn't get beat up.
oh, look at that. We're
So,
getting like getting stuff from Urban Coffee viewers sending us stuff. Leave a comment. All right.
what are you talking about?
It's on. What is it on? It must be on Google Plus or something. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Let me check my mail.
That's okay.
Because there's a comment, so... oh, here we go. Google Plus. This must have automatically posted to Google Plus or something. Let's see what
Well,
we get.
neato.
View comment. Nice to know we still have some listeners out there. How about that? Oh, okay. I see. Reposted. He said, stumbled upon this. Viva la Urban Coffee. Nice. Cool. Okay, so should we talk about what's been going on since we saw each other last?
I think so.
Okay. Why
I think you should start.
Well, should I bust out my Instapaper? Because I still bookmark.
What is that?
Well, it's where I bookmark things I would want to talk about on the show, and I still do it, like every day.
Oh, do you really? Yeah, pull it out. I've got a list in my head of all kinds of just really, really awesome stuff. All kinds.
I mean, the world's going to hell, so...
Well, not. I don't know. Meaning more than usual, maybe.
Russia shooting down planes and ISIS and... I mean, seriously.
ISIS, the comet?
No, ISIS in Iraq? Iraq? Like worse than Al-Qaeda, beheading people and taking the big Islamist state that's as big as the entire region, saying they're going to fly the Islamic flag over the White House, all that, you know?
Oh, yeah. In a handbasket, I feel like.
Yeah.
But all hope is not lost. It's not. It's just not. You know, I'm not an advocate of spreading the fear and things like that, but there's a lot of great things going on.
Yeah, speaking of the fear going on, like I saw today that like the whole ISIS thing, there's a video posted with the kids. It's supposed to say, you know, this guy is marrying this 7-year-old and he's in ISIS and they're chopping off kids' heads, and there's like a video of that's been going around, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, look what they're doing. Well, that was fake, totally fake.
That's, you know, I'll put it to you this way. I for a long time, you know, you and I have been advocates of trying to figure out and sift through, or at least try to sift through all the crap that's been going on throughout the world, and trying to sift through the information flood that is the internet. And anymore, I don't find it. I don't let the crap bother me unless I have some sort of a reference. If I see something on Facebook, I 9 times out of 10 don't feel like it's a valid news. I mean, news to me anymore is just, especially from certain sources, is just propaganda, entertainment, and it's not reliable. So unless I have a reliable, solid yes, then a lot of times I'm not gonna pay much attention to it.
You won't believe what happens next.
What?
That's what all the stories say now on Facebook. You won't believe what happens next.
Right, yeah.
What happens next is shocking.
Girl gets M&M stuck up her nose, puts her thumb up to other nostril, blows real hard.
You won't believe what happens next.
You won't believe what happens next.
I mean, that's every single post I see now, and I'm just like, hey, really?
I really enjoy, because I'm finally to the age now that a lot of my friends are having babies and you know, are married and things of that nature. So I'm really enjoying watching my friends' kids grow up and going on camping trips and learning to start fires and collecting Easter eggs and whatever the holiday may be. Emily, man, we haven't even gotten to M. That girl is getting huge.
4.5, dog.
Yep, it's too much. It's too much.
She was telling me that it was a pterodactyl at the museum yesterday.
Was it a pterodactyl?
Of course.
Of course. She wasn't pointing at a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, she was all about it. Yeah, she was. I want to get her interested.
I bet she loved it.
It's important to make kids like feel like the museum's a fun thing to do. You know, like a science museum. Like
Absolutely.
not a chore, not homework. Like it's something fun. Because if they think that it's something fun to go do, then they're gonna enjoy it. And I mean, you were a kid. You probably got dragged to places before that were educational.
Yeah, and
You
that's
know.
actually one of my fonder memories of my childhood. Is my little brother and I went to a science museum with my aunt, way back when, and it was pretty interactive for the time. It was like 1986 or something like that.
Hmm.
But I can only imagine that the Pro Museum, as there again, you were saying it's pretty damn interactive. It can only be 1,000 times better than it was back in the '80s, and that's one of the things that even growing up in a place where there was a pretty near observatory had sparked so much interest in just like space and things. I'm brimming with things that I want to talk about with you about just what's going on up there. It's crazy,
Yeah.
and it's all because of that whole instinctive remembering, not instinctive, but remembering what it was like to have that experience.
So even the little cards, like the information cards that are next to the exhibits and stuff,
Yeah,
they're all interactive.
yeah. Are
Like
they like
there's like
touch
a
slidey?
yeah, it's like a Galaxy Note or something is in there, and it's running a piece of software. And so Emily would go up to him and slide the things around, and pretty
Already
cool.
knowing exactly what to do too.
Oh yeah, it was like she knew exactly what she was supposed to be doing with it. After using the iPad all the time. Oh man, the iPad.
What about it?
She's addicted to it. I mean, we really try and keep her off of it, but man, it's just
Uh, um,
Barbie games and puppy dog games and My Little Pony games and Adventure Time games and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games.
wow.
Yeah, because we've been watching Ninja Turtles, like the cartoon series, the old school one, and she really likes that. And then Adventure Time we've been watching a lot of.
God dang Adventure Time.
Love Adventure Time. She's got the dolls and everything. So.
Oh man.
So.
Has she start?
Mhm.
I was gonna say, has she started doing some of the Adventure Time voices?
Oh yeah, like I have to play lemon grab clips for her every night before she goes to bed, and she's laying in bed. She's got to yell unacceptable. Yeah, it's great.
uh, I don't ever want to hear that out of your mouth or her mouth.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I bet. No, I bet it's as cute as the buttons that unicorns strap on their rainbow vests.
So, yeah, the post about the ISIS thing, by the way, uh,
Yeah.
somebody posted that today, and I kind of went on this rant down at the bottom saying like, thanks for posting that this was fake. Most people wouldn't even do that.
Yeah.
They would say, "Oh, that wasn't real." Okay, well, I just shared it with 1,000 of my friends on Facebooks, but I'm not going to say anything about it though. I'm just going to let it stay out there. And I said it's like all these other things that I see going on, people posting without any background or research whatsoever.
And that's what I'm saying, man. It's like I with a grain of salt. There. For instance, okay, I watch every morning. I get up and instead of putting on CNN or MSNBC or anything like that, there's this website, and I think I might have mentioned it on one of the last shows that we've done. It's called suspiciousobservers.com, and it's about space weather and uh, uh, relationship. It's an entire network of things, uh, ranging from climate change to.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think you showed me that.
It's just hands down. It's really great. What I like most about it, though, is that there are references available to everybody, and you can actually go online and look for yourself and see, by accredited sources,
Yeah,
like
and that's kind of the
universities and
thing. Like
scientists.
people are posting stuff on Facebook about like we're all going to be chipped by 2015. It says NBC News. And I'm like, oh, really? And they have the little brackets, and it says NBC. And I saw another one the other day. It was something else, and it said CBS. And I look for quotes in that, and CBS, and there's nothing. There's no CBS. Nobody's ever said that on CBS or NBC. And I will post and be like, I can't find this real source anywhere. Where did you get this from? And all I find are like 100 different websites that were made in 1998 with like crappy links on them, all quoting the same thing, and they all have this kind of the end is nigh feeling to them.
I can't, I think people have been saying the end is nigh for, well, forever.
Yeah.
And it's, the thing is I think I've gotten to the point to where I'm almost to the point to where I don't even want to give my opinion because it's going to smell like a butthole in a few years anyway. Because the older
people
that we
get pissed, man. People get pissed.
It's arrogant.
People get pissed when you call them out on something. That's the thing.
They do.
You call them out on it and they get pissed.
They do, man. Honestly, perfect example. I'm playing yesterday, and there's a family that is sitting kind of near where I'm playing, very, very close to my speaker system here. And I let the word shit spill out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And the gentleman of the family, the father, family of four, I can understand. I get it. I let it slip out. I could understand a look of, excuse me. And as soon as I said it, I caught it, and I said, excuse me, my apologies.
Yeah.
But this guy just decides to give me one of these. In front of his kids, nonetheless. Now,
yeah,
granted,
that's better.
Right. And it's Saturday night at around 8 o'clock. And there are about 150 other people in this in this establishment. Most of them young, college age, and they're all getting drunk, cussing, smoking, all around his kids. His kids are just roaming around, too, just in the yard. Flips me off. So I get down off stage, and I calmly say, you know what? My apologies. I didn't mean to offend your family. And he says something along the lines of, I think you should know better. It's a little more common sense to not say cuss words before the sun goes down. This is a family-friendly place. And I said, okay. Yeah, thank you. My apologies.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
It was 8, but yeah.
I wasn't gonna crowd shuffled in,
Dude, I wasn't going to argue because his wife was platinum blonde with big old fake jugs, and he was wearing a Doing Business for God t-shirt on the back.
Yeah, and he was talking with Davey, who's still in the Navy.
I guess. He's probably right now. He's probably somewhere drinking wine.
Did you tell him it was Saturday night? I guess that makes it all right.
All right. Woo! Anyway.
Yeah. So here's some things that people have been posting lately that I thought it would be funny to talk about, like the Muslim prayer curtain. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my God.
I don't spend a lot of time online anymore, but no.
Neither do I, and that's the thing. Like, I spend a lot more time on Reddit now than I do Facebook, and here's the thing about this post. It goes around, it has a picture of Obama, and he's in front of this new Muslim prayer curtain that they put up at the White House. Okay. And then it shows, like, Bush and a couple other people in front of the flag, and then it shows Obama in front of the Muslim prayer curtain.
Okay.
And then plus it's with, it's been shared. So it's probably been shared 100 times ago, or 100 times before, and it finally got to them, and then they had to share it with their friends because they hate Obama so much. You just got to spread this. And then it has a caption like, "This is just sickening." Okay. No research whatsoever. Can we just say, number one, there's no such thing as a Muslim prayer curtain. That's the first part, right? Okay. Number two, that curtain has been in the White House for like 50 years. like seriously.
That's kind of just the way it is, man. People are assholes.
just makes me. I just get so pissed. It's like, are you people really that dumb? Really that dumb? I was gonna try and find the picture. I actually did a picture. Yeah. Oh, that's random. Oh wow. Go
What?
back. Okay, hold on. Here, I'll show you. I was looking for the picture of the thing, but here's what I found instead. How can I? Oh
What?
gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you need to get. Wow. Wow. That's
Can you
incredible.
see? Are you seeing my whole screen or what? The screen
Oh yeah, no, I'm seeing everything.
confined to
I'm
confined
seeing
to.
me. Oh wow. Yeah,
There we go.
that's good. God. Good
When was
God.
that?
2000 and see, are the tips of your is the tip
Maybe.
is the tip of
Oh,
your
that
hair
would.
blonde?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
2002.
2002 definitely.
So that was 12 years ago.
Yeah, that's right because I was wearing the that was through my giant metal bead necklace
Yeah.
phase.
Anyway, I put a rebuttal together for this picture, and it showed all these other presidents that I found in front of the Muslim prayer curtain. And I said, look, how about this? Muslim prayer curtain, Muslim prayer curtain. It's just a curtain. And the curtain's been there for 50 years. It's the same thing, and plus there's no such thing as a Muslim prayer curtain. Are you people stupid? Okay, so that's one of them, right? Here's the other one that they've been sharing on Facebook. It's the stupid gas prices thing. So first they show a picture of gas prices when Bush is in office. Not only is it photoshopped gas prices, first of all, but gas prices did get low at the end of Bush's term, and that's because the economy went to hell.
Yeah, and that's honestly that's what I do. That's what I just hate about talking politics to anybody because especially somebody that is you know which of course we're in the middle of Texas, so and hardcore Christian
Hmm.
Republican, and I'm not saying anything against those good fine people in their own, you know, on their own planet, they would be awesome by themselves
Yeah, without science.
without science. It's awesome, but
Yeah.
um, regardless, it's impossible to have a conversation with a staunch Republican, which I mean, I have plenty of them in my family about anything pertaining to.
Here's the thing: is their heads explode. I'm not a Democrat, but I'm also not a Republican. I
And
consider myself a libertarian.
they cannot understand that.
No, I said I went on this rant on this person's Facebook, right? And I said, look, here's the thing. Oh, actually, I didn't go on a rant. First, I said, well, this is actually because the economy was tanking, right? And that's why gas prices took such a dive. And you know what she wrote back?
Huh.
You sound like a Democrat.
You sound
I'm
like a
like,
mean, evil person.
so since I'm pointing out that you didn't research what you did, and what you are pointing out is actually counterproductive because you're pointing out what a bad job Bush did with the economy, you are saying that I sound like a Democrat because I'm correcting you and telling you the truth. So I went on this whole thing, and I was like, I want to be pro-gay and pro-gun. What the hell's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's awesome. I
I'm
think
not.
I think I think there's an internet meme somewhere in there, Dave. I know there
Yeah,
is. I think you could. You
yeah.
know what? The you know what you could do is get the equal sign, the red equal sign,
Mm-hmm.
cam- camo it out, and put some guns right in the middle of it. Pro gun, pro gay. There
Pro-gay,
you go.
pro-gun. Yeah. No, that's the thing. Like I was like, you automatically group somebody into another category to put them down because they're pointing something out that you failed to research at all whatsoever. You know. And so I'm like, really, is that where we're going to go with this? And the thing is that people's heads just explode. People's
Well,
heads explode.
it's because there again, man. We were talking earlier about the arrogance of man. It's like the what's a good way to put this other than the availability to be able to voice your opinion on a very public and widely broadcast format has never, ever, ever been more accessible to anybody. Does that make sense?
Look at what we're doing right now.
Perfect example, and that's why it's like, whose opinions really matter? Nobody's, but mostly ours.
But mostly ours. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and so what was the third? There was a third thing that somebody posted. I'm trying to remember what it was now. I'm gonna have to look it up, or I'm gonna go crazy.
Everybody has a cause. Everybody has a woe. Everybody has a celebratory. It's life, and the internet makes it. Social media makes it really, really, really easy to confuse and get lost in all of it. It's terrible. I mean, honestly, have you actually thought about? I've literally been without my phone, carrying around a phone daily. I would say, I guess I broke my phone about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. And it's not the first time it's happened. Usually I've gone, 3 or 4 weeks without one. But I have been more so now loving it more than anything. I mean, when I'm having conversations with people, I find that people don't even pull out their phones whenever they're having conversations with me anymore. Because I don't have my phone on me. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, hey, we're having a conversation. Human contact. It's a good thing.
I'm sorry, what?
See? What are you doing right now? Bzz, bzz. But there again, it's all personal choice, and it's all,
It's a choice.
It really is. It really is. And I don't hate on people that do check their phones, but if I'm having a conversation with you and you look at your phone in the middle of me having a conversation with you, I know, I understand it's 2014.
I was doing it to be funny. I wasn't actually.
Oh, I know. No. I was definitely not saying that to you. No, that's comic relief. But in a serious situation, of course.
Okay, I figured out what the third thing was.
What was
There's a video going around on the Facebooks of people.
On the old Facebook.
Yeah, of people. It is a trucker, and he's going through a checkpoint.
Right.
And the guy says, "Are you a U.S. citizen?" And he says, "Does it even matter anymore?" And the guy says, "No, go ahead." Well, they're not doing that at the Mexican border. Do you know where that was taken?
Was it outside of El Paso, Van Horn area?
Somewhere. It was a little further east than that on I-10. It was in the middle of Texas. It's because people don't understand, who are from other places, that there are like immigration checkpoints just all around the border, within 100 miles, of the southern border, everywhere. You don't have to go, you don't have to show a passport or whatever, but they do just check out and make sure there's nothing suspicious going on. And so everybody posts it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, look, they're letting everybody over now."
Yeah,
Thanks,
no,
Obama.
that's actually retarded, because I know exactly where that checkpoint is. It's Sierra Blanca, I think, somewhere around there.
Yes, no, that's exactly where it was.
Yeah, and honestly, you literally 100 miles, give or take, 20 or so, from the Mexican border, and you are in Texas, and there's no river to be crossed anywhere. I mean,
you don't have to show your passport.
You don't. It's literally a checkpoint. It's literally a stop. It's I mean, that stop especially has caught more has probably caught more celebrity drug busts than any other place. I mean, I would be guessing throughout history.
It's just so funny that
Fiona Apple got popped there. I want to say maybe Jack White. I mean, but it was all just like pot and pot.
Yeah. There used to be when I used to do like rock tours and stuff, we would
They're
be
everywhere.
crossing. We would be crossing between like Texas, New Mexico, um, and or yeah, Texas, New Mexico border, and there's a really big stop right there on the freeway, and so there would
Yeah.
actually be signs on the tour bus that said, "Border checkpoint tonight. Hide yo shit."
Yep.
And it, just to warn anyone that had anything, and there really is a checkpoint, but it's not like you have to show them your passport when you go through. But it turns into propaganda. It turns into a propaganda piece. Everybody posts it online, and then you point out that they're incorrect, and then they don't say a word. They just let it fly. And then it's the fact that they're more concerned. I'm sorry, they are less concerned with it being real and with themselves actually being right and posting real, true information. They're less concerned about that than like just getting their agenda out there. They're like,
Yeah.
well, I don't care if it's right. And like somebody wrote something once, and I said, this isn't true, right? Like that guy isn't the same. Oh, it was a picture of some Muslim guy, and it said that he was one of the terrorists, one of the ISIS terrorists that. No, he was one of the Guantanamo Bay prisoners that we
Yeah.
released.
Hmm.
In exchange for what's that guy's name? That that soldier that we just got released.
Oh, yeah. I don't know his name.
Bo Bergdahl. And somebody posts this thing online, and they say, look, this terrorist that was released in exchange is this guy, and he did this, this, and this, and he blew up this, and he beheaded this person. And I said, that is not the person that was released, right? You put a picture of this other guy here, and that's not the guy. That's not the guy you're saying. You're saying Obama released this terrorist guy. That's not even the guy. That's not his name. This isn't the guy who did all that stuff. And he said, well, regardless, still, I'm like, no, not regardless. I said, you are posting false information out there right now, and it is not true. What you're posting is 100% untrue, and you're okay with that? You're okay with posting false information? So concerned with getting some sort of message out there, doesn't even care that it's wrong. And I would say, well, I don't care about social media or blah blah blah. But here's the thing about the masses. Here's the thing about the sheep masses is that they're going to stay on Facebook,
Yeah.
and they're going to continue posting this crap information. And I'm thinking, if I could just get through to a couple people, that'll be hundreds of shares that don't go out, because maybe people start to think, maybe I should like type text of what I'm typing here plus Snopes into Google first.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot you can do about some things, Dave. There's, it's like okay, it's like if, for instance, the sun puts out these solar flares, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we were to get hit by like a direct contact from a really strong solar flare, it could technically, like, let's say, knock out an entire power grid of, let's say, the eastern seaboard of the United States. Now, an event like this hasn't happened since the 1800s when the telegraph was first. Now, that's fact. You could look it up,
Mm-hmm.
and I encourage you to. Not you, but anybody. When the telegraph was just, coming about. Well, when it did happen, boom, telegraphs go down.
Really, I've never heard about that.
We're going to have a lookup party after the show.
All right.
But if this were to happen, of course, back then, telegraphs, there were not telephones, there was no internet, no beepers, wasn't even a tape player back then. It was just
Yeah.
it was dots, electrical signals being started and stopped. Now, if that were to happen today and the entire eastern seaboard were to be without water, electricity, let's face it, credit card systems, all of that. Now, let's just think of an estimate. What do you think? How many, let's say it were to last for 2 weeks. How many people do you think that would just inadvertently? Exactly. You already know where I'm going with this.
Everybody would be dead in those 2 weeks, I think. I don't think anybody could. I mean, how are you going to spread information? I mean, besides ham radio.
You're not.
I'm prepared. In the since we've talked last, I've got my KX3 transceiver, um, and I've got an antenna strung out the window, and I've heard things from all over the world, and I can broadcast too.
Yeah. See, there you go. You
But
you are
you,
prepared.
yeah, but you know that's the first thing I would go to, right? I would turn that thing on, and I would listen, and I would find out what's going on. And I really do think, and it sounds so, prepper, doomsday prepperish, but I really think that the people that have these radios are going to be the ones that start getting things together. Because the first thing I'll do is I'll listen and see what's going on. I'll hear what other people are saying. I'll start going to my neighbors. We got a nice little community here in this neighborhood. I'll start going to my neighbors. Everybody in this neighborhood has a gun.
Yeah.
And we'll secure this neighborhood, and we'll find out what's going on. My neighbors everywhere, next door and everything. We'll, say, here's what I'm getting on the 40 meter right now. Getting some reports in from Utah that the president, blah blah blah, and we'll know.
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's awesome. That's what it's going to take is that amount of you know.
Of
It's
course,
like it's going to take that amount of. It's not necessarily preparation, but it's just awareness. But at the same time, so is every other ham operator, and there's it's going to be a whirlwind. If it were to happen, it would be a whirlwind. I would think like initial shock, like heart attacks, just straight up panic.
yeah, of course I say
I
that,
mean,
but I'm not really thinking too much about like I think if it happened, I don't think all electronics would go out because I've always heard that it wouldn't be all electronics. That it would be like a lot of stuff, but not necessarily everything, depending on where you were.
yeah,
The only thing is, like, if that's affecting, if the solar flare is affecting the ionosphere, even if you can get a ham radio to work, it's going to be iffy because the ionosphere is going to be so jacked up, and that you can't
yeah.
bounce stuff the way that you should. But I don't know. Yeah,
Well,
it'll be nuts, dude. Everybody will be like going crazy.
and I guess that's why I spend so much time anymore just like literally listening to and reading. I spend I joke about it, and I even say it whenever I'm playing to a mass of people. When I'm playing music, I tell them that I love space, and the scale of it is amazing. I saw a video that kind of that was out of a university that kind of showed space on a scale, again, zooming out to the furthest measurable universe that we have.
I watched that. You posted that on Facebook, I think.
And it's amazing, right? So my grandma sees this, and we have this entire wonderful long conversation about how, she's a very devout Christian and a wonderful lady, and she has questions, and I'm like, I don't have answers, Grandma, and but I know space is awesome, and there's definitely an alpha that we don't know, and that's every scientist knows that. So, you can
Have
you
you
can
been
be.
watching Cosmos?
I haven't actually.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah,
I love that Neil Tyson deGrasse guy, and I
Neil
love the internet.
deGrasse. Yeah,
Degrasse.
I never remember what order his name is in.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil Tyson deGrasse, Tyson Neil deGrasse, deGrasse Neil Tyson. I don't know.
Really smart astrophysicist guy.
Yeah. Have you seen
But,
Particle Fever?
no, what's that?
Oh, great documentary. You need to watch that. It's about the Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. That's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It
I love
follows
that.
it from the beginning, like through the whole thing. So it's pretty great.
Because it's in like it's a sectional thing, isn't it? Didn't it's like it started out to be like a small loop, and then it like looped into another big loop, and then another big loop, and then
No, I think it was supposed to be the whole thing the whole time. I mean, they were putting it together in stages, but it was.
maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. They were trying to build that one here when we were kids. Remember, they were trying to build the one in Waco or Waxahachie, where the one that went around Texas.
No.
Yeah, they were going to build it here first, actually, and they bought up all these people's lands, their eminent domain, and they like tore down houses, and they started building They were calling it the Super Collider,
They were
and it
going to
was
build that, and it was going to go around Texas.
going to go around like Waxahachie, I think, or no, I think it was Waco. It was going to go in Waco, and it was going to be basically that collider, but it was going to be here. And about halfway through, they ran out of funding and it got shut down.
The Bushes were like, "Y'all are building a
Yeah.
black hole machine in Texas?"
No, literally, like that's what they're showing clips of in the documentary. Is all these like Texas senators saying, "I don't know, a big black hole could open up. I don't know what I'm talking about." So
we just got these internet tubes unclogged.
yeah, no, it was before that. It was like in the 80s.
So here's a really cool thing that I've been following: the possible correlation of earthquakes and sunspots.
Oh, sunspots! I thought you were going to say the moon because they were talking about that.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's like the tidal effects and things like that. But there's actually some pretty nice, genuine research and evidence, and I will send you the link.
cool.
And it's about 20 years or so of worth of research from a couple of different scientists from different universities. One in particular, his name is Uyen, Dr. Uyen.
Oh yeah.
And oh yeah, and it's really interesting. Even something as far as following the tropical storms that are now in Hawaii and the one that's following it right after. There's some correlation there. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I also heard some stuff about fracking and earthquakes too recently that I thought was pretty good.
Fracking.
You know, that's the one thing that I really despise about this Perot Museum. Is there is a whole section that's on drilling, and it's all like sponsored by T. Boone Pickens and all this crap, and it's about gas drilling and oil drilling and how great it is. And there's like like cartoons playing with characters saying, "Well, then we take the natural gas and do," and it's playing, and I'm like, "So where's the pipe that dumps all the waste into the water?" Nobody was amused.
Did you say that?
Yeah, there
Did you
weren't
say?
that many people around. I mean, there were all these things, and it's just like, oh, this is so great for everybody. It's like I don't see the wastewater being dumped anywhere.
It's because that cartoon is behind the curtain, and it's just a like a poor toxic pipe just puking.
It's almost like comical. Like I expect it to be something out of The Simpsons, where like there's Jerry the pipeline molecule, and like he's talking about how great natural gas is for everybody and the energy and all that kind of junk. And I mean, it's almost comical. Like I mean, it's so obvious. I mean, sponsored by T. Boone Pickens at the whole thing. So you see, you're just like, this is obviously such a big push. There's so much money behind this right here. To
Yep.
show how great it is in the museum. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
It's not cool. Propaganda machines. Well, I mean, it is Perot.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a pretty big oil man, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you want to go through the list of like some stuff that has gone on since we talked last?
Oh good lord, there's been tons. There's been yeah. You go ahead, start.
I'm just looking. Oh, that video of Times Square Guitar Center was pretty good.
That was neat.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Um,
And hell, I would just despise. I mean, especially being an ex-Guitar Center employee, I would despise life if I worked at that one.
how would you work at that place, man?
You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Pretty bad.
I don't know. Too much. If I
Let's
have too
see.
much noise going on in my head these days, I start freaking out and chopping down trees and burning ants, magnifying glasses.
So I got my Oculus Rift 2 coming pretty soon. That's fun.
Okay, I stumbled upon the Oculus video that we took the other day.
Oh, that I did?
Yeah.
How did you come across that randomly?
No. The video that we took of you showing me the Oculus Rift for the first time and me wearing it.
Oh, right. I thought you meant the one I posted on the tutorial site.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, how's Growgraph going?
Pretty well, actually. Got a lot of subscribers, and everybody's enjoying it. Somebody in real life recognized me from the internet, so that was good. That was good. I felt internet famous.
You are internet famous, dude. In one way, shape, form, or fashion, you are internet famous.
I was working with a dude. He's like, we have been working together for like maybe 8 hours on this project, and all of a sudden he's like, "That's where I know you from." It's like you did the video on team rendering in Cinema 4D across multiple platforms. And I'm like, "Yes, I did. Yes, I did." That's funny.
I mean,
Mhm.
I love watching Frasier, so that entire scenario just popped into my head like something Kelsey Grammer would write. Yes, I did. That was indeed me, indeed. Congratulations, dude. That's actually really, really cool. That's exciting.
The one person. I've been in a couple chat rooms where people recognize me too, but that's about it. But yeah, it's doing really well, and we're continuing on, and we got some good feedback on a lot of these videos. So
Heck yeah.
let's see. I'm just looking through my giant list here. Oh, Arctic sea ice hits second all-time record for the most ice because global warming.
Yeah, no. Again, no. Yeah. I mean, we're on a cooling trend in the Earth.
Yeah,
It's not a warming trend, and it is cool though because there's a lot of momentum gaining when it comes to the coup de grace of global warming and what it is. It's just been years and years and years and years and years of bad data has been fed to us, and it's not right.
yeah, and we did that episode where we talked about how they gathered all of the data, and that there was a
Yeah,
specific point where they started measuring it a different way, and that's when all of a sudden it started skyrocketing, and it was only by like half a degree, and so they're
yeah,
like, but the margin of error is half a degree. I'm like, so basically you're saying nothing could be warming at all, you
yeah.
know?
No, I mean honestly, it's and there again, that's the thing. You have to do your homework and figure out because and there is just so much crap. You can't just listen to CNN or MSNBC anymore. You really have to just find reliable. It's almost like college accredited sources. I trust that for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, we really dug into that research paper, and now those
Oh,
people are coming
yeah,
out and saying that there hasn't been any warming since like 1998, and people are in denial about it.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty fun.
I mean, I'm not being a denier. I mean, I think there's definitely something going on, but I don't know what, and I don't know who's causing it, if anyone. And I mean, it might just be regular change. I mean, look how cool it's been. Two years ago they blamed the hottest summer we ever had on global warming, and now we're having the coolest summer we ever had, and they're saying that's also global warming.
But
Like what?
I mean, the thing is too is like the sun has been trying to like flip the sun flips poles every
Yeah.
11 years. I think we talked
Uh,
about
the,
that too.
I
And
thought I thought the Earth did. No, wait, no, the Sun does. Yeah, that's
mm,
right. The Sun.
the sun
The
does.
Earth
The sun
flips
does.
poles like in huge, like whatever million years or something.
Yeah, giant amounts of yeah. But basically the sun is it's going into hibernation. It's like it's about to go into a 70-year sleep. That doesn't mean anything bad. It
Yeah.
just may mean that like sunspots may just not be occurring anymore. And when that happens, if like all these other things that they're talking about with sunspots and the correlation of sunspots and hurricanes and earthquakes and uh, you know the weakening of the magnetosphere. I'm telling you, I'm such a nerd now. I really like our sun. It's a very important thing. But it's going into into a cooling period, a 70-year
Yes.
sleep. So we're not going to get hotter, and that was what we were talking about, the arrogance of humans thinking that they can actually affect something as grand and something as large as the Earth. It's just we inhabit a very small fraction of it, even though we inhabit a large portion of it. But don't forget, a lot of it's water.
Well, that's the other thing is like the Earth is going to be fine. We just might not be around.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The Earth will be.
The thing is that everybody blames everything for global warming. Like I hear the funniest things on TV, like, and it's because of global warming, and then the contradiction that comes with it. Like you'll watch one channel and they'll say there is a huge decline in this bird population in this section of the planet, and scientists say it's due to global warming. And then change the channel and they're talking about another place and they're saying there's like a ton of like massive amounts of birds. They're just like replicating in droves, and there's way too many birds in this area. Scientists say it's because of global warming.
Yep.
Wait, what? How can it be both? Or they'll say like we're having more earthquakes because of global warming. Like everything. It's like, is it really? Is it really? Is that really what it is, or is it just by chance?
Yep. I mean, that's just.
Uh-oh. Seth disappeared. Where'd he go? I guess I'll just have to entertain on my own for a minute. Let me just send him a little texty text here. Where did you are? What kind of internet speed you got going?
Oh, I have a good one. I just hit the wrong button.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
Yeah, I have I have business class. I pay a little extra.
Business class, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so I'm going through here and
What about the did you read the article about the diamond planet, the planet made of diamond?
No. Is it a planet or like an asteroid or something?
I think it was a planet. Let me look it up. Planet.
See, now here's what I don't get about that. Diamonds really, it's just, what are we using for besides just for show? I mean, we probably use them for a couple things, but like grinding stuff up. But in general, diamonds are only worth what they're worth because you can't find them.
Well, that's the thing too, though, is diamonds can be used for things like laser cutting or concentrating light into a certain, I don't know, spherical propellant. I don't know. But it's just cool. I mean, it's just neat to think of, a planet that's 40 light years from Earth that is completely made of diamond.
Which we'll never get to.
Oh, why do you think that?
Because you'd have to travel for 40 years at the speed of light to get there.
There's another paper that might suggest that the speed of light is not consistent.
That's interesting.
That's weird. Well, you think about like how like when you're looking out into, well, how you're looking out into space through your Hubble telescope, and sometimes the image is distorted because of like gravity and dark matter and things.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the same concept. I don't know. Don't get me lying.
All right. Well, how about let's talk about Adam Curry's theory on the airplane that went down in Russia.
Oh, the one in Ukraine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear that theory. I haven't done a lot of looking on that. Or listening, for that matter.
Obviously, if you want to hear it, just listen to the episode. But here's what it comes down to, and I thought this is pretty interesting. That there were exercises going on in that region about a month earlier on how to like jam the transponder of a commercial aircraft and make it look like it was a like a military aircraft.
Yep.
And
Yep.
in that that basically he's thinking that maybe this was like not that it was taken down on purpose, but that it was disguised on purpose. Like they wanted Ukrainians to think it was a military ship on purpose and shoot it down.
Hmm.
I don't know. I
Well,
thought it was pretty good, but he actually had a lot of evidence to back it up. This isn't just like, I mean, he went through for like an hour talking about all these different pieces, and it was spectacular. He had all this information about it.
man, I don't know, it's so hard to kind of to sometimes swallow all of that,
So she said,
just all the death and destruction. Yeah, that is what she would say
hmm
if she were eating a Johnsonville bratwurst.
yes.
Um, but it really is just kind of hard to swallow a lot of the reality that is going on, and I don't know. Other than that, it just sucks. I like to read more and watch TV less, and
It's understandable.
I don't know.
So my dad, I'm going to tell you about my dad.
What's up with your dad?
Well, we thought he may have like had a stroke at one point,
The
and
hell?
so it was like uh, kind of scary for a little bit, but then turned out to be Bell's palsy.
Good Lord, man.
Yeah, so that was
That's not cool at all.
we were worried there, So he's had kind of a long recovery. He's coming along, but um, he lost motor control on the left side of his face, or the right side of his face.
But is it still happen in spurts?
No, it just happened one time, and it's weird. I know two other people who have had it recently. Um, you just lose all muscle control and everything in your face. Your face like droops down, and but at
Yeah,
first,
no, I actually.
what?
Oh, sorry. I was going to tell you. I honestly, in the last year or so, I've met or not met, but I have a friend that had it too. About your pop's age.
Yeah, and at first we were scared maybe it was a stroke, and we went in, and that's what it was. Thank goodness, because it's something that goes away after about 6 months. So he's on a road to recovery, so all's good now.
Okay, that's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, and he got on a ketogenic diet too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because his sugar was bad, and so my mom and I were talking to him about how great ketogenic diet is for your blood pressure and your sugar and the whole thing. And he had been on blood pressure medication, and he was on sugar meds, and he was still like 430 for his blood sugar, like way crazy high.
Yeah.
And so he started the ketogenic diet. He lost 15 pounds. Immediately started feeling better. His blood pressure, now he has to take half of his blood pressure pill because his blood pressure is too low now. And
Crazy.
his sugar went way down to like normal levels he hasn't seen in like 10 years.
Oh, that's good. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and
Good.
it, all because he started this ketogenic diet. So because he had been on the
That's just
medication for a while. It's not like the medication is causing it to go down. He's been on this medication forever, and so now it's getting to the point where it's like actually changing instead of just controlling it, it's getting better.
and that's the bacon and hamburger meat diet, right?
Yep, and vegetables and cheese and stuff like that. But yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
still
that
doing
sounds
that
good.
while I run and stuff. And I mean, I can eat whatever as much as I want, and I still end up losing weight.
That's so rad.
And you actually have an easier time working out. Um, I don't know. Do you know why you get winded when you work out?
I don't work out. I don't have to.
Have you? No. Sure, you've done something before where you've gotten winded, right?
No, honestly, here's my big thing is actually it to me it's like if I had had like I don't know 4 or 5 beers the day before, hanging out with friends, and I go out skating the
Yeah.
next day. Oh yeah, like I am completely 100%. And beer's got a ton of sugar in it.
Right,
Um,
but have you ever been out of breath before doing something physical?
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, do you know why you're out of breath?
Mm, no,
What is your body needing? Like,
I,
why are you breathing hard?
I would assume oxygen.
Right, but that's not what it is.
Okay, is
You're
it?
out of breath and you're breathing hard because your body is trying to exhale the toxic carbon dioxide. So it's not a lack of oxygen, it's
Ah.
too much carbon dioxide because what you're burning inside. So it's the breathe out that's important, not the breathe in.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So here's the thing about being ketogenic is when you're ketogenic, you exhale about 75% more carbon dioxide than you do
Really?
when you're not ketogenic and you're burning carbs instead of fat. So
So you're gassier?
no, you're not gassier. It's when you if you run, let's say you go running 1 week and you haven't been running in a
Okay.
long time, okay,
Okay.
and you're really out of breath, and then you get on a ketogenic diet, you become ketogenic, and then you go running and you do the same exact run, like say like 3 weeks later. You haven't been running in between, so it's going to be
Hmm.
about the same level of difficulty at that point. At that
Okay.
point, it would actually be easier for you to run. You'd be less out of breath
I got you.
because you're
Okay.
exhaling more carbon dioxide. Pretty interesting.
Science. Science is awesome.
Science.
Science. Oh
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
yeah.
I just
Oh
keep
yeah.
hearing more and more good stuff about ketogenic diet, and I'm starting to kind of slowly add back carbs. Like good carbs.
Like what? Which ones are good carbs again?
Well, I mean, just keeping with the vegetables, not eating breads, not eating rice, not eating
Like the broccolis
sugar.
and
Yeah, I eat broccoli all the time with butter and bacon, and
I
uh,
love broccoli.
and I make these nachos actually um, that are uh, beef and guacamole and a little bit of sour cream, and lettuce and lots of cheese. And Taco Bell makes this. They make their sauce now. They sell it in the store. So the Taco Bell sauce goes on top, and tons of jalapenos, and that's a meal. I had that for dinner last night, and I'll actually for the nacho part of it, I'll use pork rinds.
Oh wow,
Now you really have to
that
like
sounds great.
slather it in guacamole and sour cream to not taste the pork rinds because they don't taste that great. But they're spicy pork rinds, so at least it covers up the flavor. And so
I
you
love pork rinds.
so you eat that, and I mean I lost more weight this morning. I was at my lowest weight in a year. So
Hell yeah, dude. Internet high five.
high five, my
Congratulations,
wife.
dude. You do look pretty amazing, dude.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Coming along, just trying to get
Hey,
up there.
you want to see something?
Oh, my brother, dude. I didn't tell you about my brother. What do you
What
got?
happened? Oh, I was showing you a base that I'll never have to
Oh,
borrow
you don't
yours
have.
again.
All right, you don't have to borrow mine anymore. Sweet.
What happened with your brother? What's up?
My brother's moving, so that's
Where's he
random.
moving?
He's moving to, I guess, essentially Albuquerque.
Sweet, Delaware's awesome.
No, what?
New Mexico. What's is he moving for work?
No, he's going back to school randomly. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, so that's random. I was gonna say because we're the two of us are trying to run a 5K before before he leaves, because he did the Couch to 5K
Nice.
app too, and he finished it. So we're gonna do a 5K on the 23rd in South Lake 5K.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nice, dude.
he's moving to go back to school. He decided to go back to college for writing, and he was able to get a lot of his credits from North Lake, from where he graduated, which you went there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, to transfer. So he only has to take 3 years, but man, he's going out there, man. Doesn't I don't. And he's basically he got funding. He got you know government funding and all that. He's going to go um, get a he's going to stay in the dorm and maybe get a job at Starbucks or something so he can make side money and get insurance and
That's
just
rad.
continue on his education, so he can do what he wants to do. He's been at that place in Grapevine for like 8 or 9 years or something like that now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's random. He's leaving the state. That's going to be different.
That's good, man. Sometimes you gotta fly, spread your wings.
Yeah, yeah,
That's awesome, though. That's really cool. Congratulate him for me when you talk to him.
yeah. I mean, it's going to be, it's weird. It's going to be weird not having him around. And I know we don't get to hang out that much anyway, as it is. But it's going to be pretty different. With Emily and everything, she won't get to see him much. But hopefully he'll come back to
Oh,
Dallas
I'm
after
sure.
2 years. So
Oh yeah, and I'm sure holidays and things like that.
yeah,
He'll come back around. It ain't no
yeah.
thing.
Looking at more articles here.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot we have a chat up in here. Let's see.
So I was gonna tell you too. There is. I posted that you may have seen it. An article about recordings from space back in what was it 2009, I believe. The
I think
NASA
I watched that
Voyager.
today too. I think.
So on Spotify, you can actually find the entire NASA Voyager
Oh
Space
yeah,
Sounds album, and it is 10 songs and 5 hours and 11 minutes in length.
V'ger,
Do what?
V'ger.
Voyager? Oh, is that Voyager and gotcha. Have you
No,
watched
no, no.
Battlestar
Have you?
Galactica yet?
Episode one. I've started to watch twice. No, V'ger from the Star Trek movie.
No.
You haven't seen the Star Trek movies?
Yeah. Yeah. In parts and sparsely, and I feel the same way about you not watching Battlestar Galactica, honestly.
Well, I'm trying to
Oh,
get
yeah.
Christy to watch it with me. That's the thing.
You don't need Christy to watch it with you.
I know, but I'm trying to get her to watch something with me. I can't get her to watch anything with me.
Well, then I bet you $10 if you start watching it without her, she'll want to watch it with you.
Hmm. Nah.
That's how I did it with my lady. Totally worked. Now I have to wait for her to watch it. And I'm watching it the second time through. I know what happens.
Yeah.
Actually,
She didn't finish Breaking Bad. She got like to season 2 right before it got good and stopped watching it. Let's see. I did get her to watch Silicon Valley with me though. That's a great show.
Yeah, but she didn't finish Breaking Bad.
No, I said I'll watch it all over again with you for you to finish it out, and she won't do it.
She just doesn't like it, or what?
No, I'm telling her it gets good. It's real good. Let's see, what else? Have you seen? So you haven't seen Silicon Valley?
No.
Hilarious. Mike Judge show. Yeah, it's a comedy about Silicon Valley. Mike Judge, who did Office Space and all that. No, Office Space. And
that's what I meant.
Yeah, and what else? Halt and Catch Fire is good. You gotta check that out.
I've seen that. So, yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one.
The guy looks like Sammy in that show.
I mean, I've seen the advertisements, but I've never seen the show. Looks like Sammy Architect Sammy.
Yeah. I've been
That's
trying
cool.
to get
How
up.
is Architect Sammy?
I don't know. I keep sending him messages on Facebook. He sends me nothing back. Let's see. I gotta look up the guy's name. Halt and Catch Fire. I'm gonna do the IMDb here.
Ah, yes.
Lee Pace. Okay. I'll find a picture that looks like. Did you look him
Someone do
up?
that screenshot. No. I feel like I know who you're talking about, but it's not that important.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send you a picture.
Thank you. Thank you. So I think since the last time we've hung out, we've gone camping. There's some other stuff that might be on the horizon I can't really talk about yet on air,
Mm.
um, but yeah. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. But yeah, so good things are on the horizon in a very cool way. I'm really glad we're doing this remote connection thing to try and rekindle the urban coffeeness. Might
Yeah,
have
we
to
got.
do it. Might have to do it from a little sooner or from a little further away.
Uh oh.
Oh no.
Uh oh.
Yeah. Good things. Good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far away?
In Texas
Oh, in Texas. Okay.
for
Let's.
like a year.
Oh. Hey, Phil's back. Phil's been on the show before, quite a few times, I think. He's filled in for
Now
you a lot.
we can do this hangout thing too with multiple people, can't we?
Oh yeah, he started the show back up with Aaron and Brock. So
That's cool. I'm excited, man. We should keep doing this.
yeah, and I think we can get the microphones down, and we could do the sound effects and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, because I'm looking at they have like a control room, and that's cool.
Hmm. All sorts of stuff. There's a graphic that I made for the guys for their show, and
Uh, well, that also being said, since we've last been hanging out, I've pretty much been nothing but like writing music. So I've got this one tune in mind that you might actually like for might be cool for a theme song or an updated theme song.
yeah, you got to
Uh,
send me some of your stuff.
it's pretty cool, man. I'm trying really hard to push to do some stuff that can actually maybe make me some money.
Cool.
But um, but yeah, much better than the crap that I sent last time. That was like a week into me having reason, and I was like, but
Here's go to the link I sent you. You can see their intro video.
which one? Ah, uh,
So it's called now. They changed their name to Your Team Sucks, and their logo is the big foam finger, but it's the middle finger that's up instead of the one,
oh, nice.
which is a great idea. And so at the beginning, there's like billboards, and they're on or not billboards, scoreboards, and they're on the scoreboards with the quotes and stuff playing from them, and then the big middle finger pops out of the balls at the end, and that's their intro.
I'm actually watching it. It looks pretty awesome.
Did you see the finger yet?
Yep, I'm looking at it. Giant
Yeah.
foam middle finger.
And then if you fast forward there, you can see what they do. They're all broadcasting from somewhere, and Bill's in his office, and I don't know where Peter is, and Brock is like in the dining room with this big thing of like that says Cheers behind him, and then Aaron is actually in the barn outside in like the shed behind his house, so they call it the Unabomber Shack, and they do their sports thing from there, which is pretty funny. It's pretty entertaining. I mean, it's been tough for them to. I mean, just like this, it's not exactly. It doesn't feel the same as if we're both sitting next to each other, in the studio. But
Yeah. I'm
so
actually just watching the. I'm not actually like listening to anything, but I'm watching the video, and it's just like you can see like Brock pull off his headphones, like what? Like
Yeah, the stuff they talk about still is it's hilarious. No matter what the setting. I think
They
they're
have
like
they have a
they're
very special dynamic.
they do. They have a great dynamic, and that's the thing. I keep trying to tell them that. I say it doesn't matter how you're doing it. Like you would be so
It really
surprised.
doesn't.
There are more people watching YouTube videos and subscribing to YouTube channels than there are listening to podcasts. I guarantee.
Yeah. Well, and
So
on top of that, man, it's like I say again, their dynamic is just it's like a I don't know, man. It's like dare I say it's like a classroom full of Down syndrome kids getting to play with a box of crayons for the first time.
oh jeez,
with nothing but love.
God, you're going to
Because when
hell.
honestly, dude, no. I just mean like when drinks and alcohol. I was having a great conversation about this with a very avid sports fan, a friend of mine that I work with. But drinks and sports and a whole bunch of dudes getting together, it's just cosmic and hilarious chaos. And to me, it is just like listening to
Especially
people,
with those guys. Oh.
especially with those guys.
Well, and that's why we couldn't do it here. Like, it takes up so much time. And I said, I can't even do Urban Coffee, let alone Y'all Show. And,
Yeah.
you guys come and you prep notes for 3 hours because they're really big into the notes. And prep notes for 3 hours, and then they do the show, drunken show, for like another 3 hours with, a 30-minute break in the middle. And everybody's
Hmm.
wasted by the time they go. And there's beer bottles everywhere, and my office smells like beer, and it takes up an entire day. Like if your day is dedicated to it.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like, if you guys want to do this, do it on the internet, on YouTube, and just see how it takes off. I mean, if it takes off, we'll come back to doing this. Maybe we can make something out of
Totally.
it. But like, prove that it can be popular. I mean, I think this is a great way to do it. Because I can work on my stuff. I can just monitor the feed and make sure that it's live and. Um, I think it's the best way to do it because it's just like none of
I
us have
agree.
time. Especially I think me and Phil really don't have time. Brock has a little bit of time to do it, but he's got kids too. And
Yeah.
Aaron's got another one on the way now. So,
Oh man.
mm-hmm.
It's gonna be one of these days. I'm gonna be surprising you. I'm gonna say, hey Dave, guess what?
Hmm.
Still not having kids.
Yeah.
No, that's okay though.
Sure.
I
Sure.
like all of y'all's. I like all of y'all's kids. They're sweeter. All my friends' kids are much better than my kid would ever be. My kid would come out like with fire hands and devil eyes. I don't know. Well, either way.
Your mom commented on Urban Coffee post.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. Your mom.
Neato. Very cool. So, well,
All right,
I
man.
believe, I believe we should maybe wrap this up.
Yeah, man. Man, it's been an hour and a half already, and there's so much
Yeah.
we can talk about.
Oh, I know. It's
So much.
eternally. We'll make some organized notes, shoot them back and forth, and then we'll cut them down. Maybe have a
Sorry.
nice prepared show.
Start a Google Doc, stuff like that. Should be fun.
Yes. All right, dude. Well, good chatting with you.
You too, man. I think we'll try and do this every now and then. I don't know. See if we can. Sundays are good if I'm not working. Just chilling up here at night. Chris
Me
goes
too.
to bed early and Emily's in bed, so might be a
As
good night
well,
for it.
man. I think we can make it work. Yes. Let's try it. My apologies.
All right, well, we're going to sign off. So, we'll still see each other afterwards, but we're going to sign off from the live feed. So, till next time, remember, everyone's entitled to your opinion.
But mostly ours.
Bye.